the project, as my colleague Kent would have alluded to, it's basically looking at how we can develop the vetiver grass in the 4 Caribbean territories. And part of the project is the green business component. In Antigua and Barbuda, we just concluded a 3-week training session in terms of how we would develop the vetiver into a green business. I have in my hands, I have some soaps. As you can see from the photos, I have some soaps. I also have some crafts, and I have wines, right? So all these are niche markets that have been developed in Antigua and Barbuda since the inception of the project. And on my screen, you can see some of the participants last night. That was actually last night after we concluded the training. Basically, the EBA project has to do with sustainable development. And as you can see, it encompasses different areas: climate change, socio-economic benefits, community-based adaptation, communal-based natural resource management type project, and integrated conservation resource. The one that we're looking at here is the socio-economic benefit and the community-based adaptation types of project. And we would have done some work in that area. My colleague Kent would have spoken about the vetiver grass, but for persons who don't know, the use, when it comes to using it as a green business, is either the leaf or the root. For persons who live in Antigua, we know this grass by the name bedding grass, right? I never knew the grass until this project. I must admit to that. And based on history, this grass cannot be found in Antigua in large quantities. So with the inception of this particular project, we are now bringing back this bedding grass to Antigua and Barbuda, making it available for persons to use and to develop green businesses. To date, based on the component under the green business, we would have trained over 17 persons, women and youth, and the areas that we looked at were wines, essential oils, crafts, soaps. Those are some of the areas that we would have developed in terms of those were areas of interest by the participants. Again, with this vetiver grass, we're now looking at the different niche green business that you can go into in Antigua and Barbuda. In Antigua and Barbuda, we are accustomed to using one particular or the same type of plants to do a particular job. And I think with the vetiver grass, we are now introducing something new where somebody can develop a business out of it. So the landscaping is an area where we basically think persons can develop using the vetiver grass. Guard Center, which is the beneficiary group under this project in Antigua and Barbuda, have started to sell plants to homeowners who are interested in landscaping to support their properties. Again, Kent would have alluded to the agriculture impact that vetiver grass has. And here in Antigua, especially at GAD, they have started to use the leaf. Now, the leaf now can be used as a mulch, which is a cultural practice. So instead of you using the plastic, you might not have the money to use the plastic for mulch. You can use the leaf for the vetiver grass, and that will help to reduce the soil, that will help to increase soil moisture and reduce the weeds. These are some of the products that have been developed in Antigua and Barbuda, St. Lucia, Tobago, Dominica, using the vetiver grass. And as you can see, the essential oil is a huge market. There's a huge market for essential oil in the Caribbean. I know for a fact in Antigua and Barbuda, essential oil is big in the tourism industry. And I think with the vetiver grass, which is new to what we're doing, will basically get some response from the tourism market. Participants would have learned how to make the vetiver grass oil. So we should be seeing some oil on the market in Antigua and Barbuda for the Christmas season. Again, these are some of the photos that were taken during a training that we did early in the year, where we used the leaf and the root to do some craft making. As you can see, the process in terms of drying, harvesting the leaf, drying the leaf. Then we went into
Craig, are you there with us? I think you might be having some connection issues. Craig, we lost you there just for a little bit.
You're good again?
Yes, all good. Yes, all good. Yes.
Right. So I was just saying that the idea behind of these training is for persons to develop their own niche so that they can basically develop their own, and they can develop the entrepreneurial skill and go into their own different types of businesses. Again, you can use the root. The root now has a number of purposes, such as you can use it for insect repellent, the essential oils, used to produce wines, and also to produce vetiver grass soaps. And from the photos, you can see these are all products that have been made in Antigua. Most of them have been made during the last 3 weeks of the training. So again, this is a new thing, and we can basically help persons to get into their own business. Training, we did a number of training. We had 3 areas of training under this business, green development business component. We had a business development, a business proposal development writing area. We had a branding marketing, and we also had a product development. So those are photos from the product development training, where we were teaching person how to make the oils and also to make the soaps. And as you can see, most of the persons who attended the training are young women. Some of them are single mothers. And that is one of the benefits of having GAD Center here in Antigua and Barbuda, because they cater mostly for single women, and they also cater for vulnerable youths. These are other businesses that have been developed using vetiver grass, not only in Antigua, but in Trinidad, Tobago, Haiti, St. Lucia. So these are some of the products that some of my colleagues would have shared with me that are happening around the region. And again, some of these projects would have been developed under this particular project. GAD, as I said, has started the sale of plants because Kent would have alluded to the green engineering, some of the issues that Dominica is having. Antigua doesn't have that topography such as Dominica, but we have some areas that have experienced and have suffered from flooding, similar to Dominica, and with the vetiver grass, using it on slope area can help to reduce the landslide. So GAD has started to plant seedlings, plantlets. They have already started to sell the leaves for the sale of mulch. And that is my presence. Again, these are some photos of some of the participants and some of the products that they would have developed over a 3-week period.